Well, I was gonna wait until the next Cracked Skulls to upload a new video, but as you can see, the scenery is kind of a bit different. Using this, you see my ugly Eddie Guerrero facial hair, and yeah, I really am bothered by some of the people in the wrestling community because it really sparked the video that Moral Virus had done called WWE Continues to Deliver Goods to the Punk Storyline. And actually, the argument that was stemmed had nothing to do with CM Punk in general. And, which, by the way, I'm actually enjoying what they're doing right now. I still believe that they're doing very well with this Punk angle. And, but that's for another video. The reason I'm making this video is this guy, what's his, No BS Wrestling Radio, okay? He was leaving a couple comments, and he left a comment that really caught my interest, okay? And let me just pull out the comment word for word because I don't want to misquote the guy. By no means did Triple H beating him, as in Goldberg, help him in any sort of way. But to put the entire blame on Triple H going over him is illogical. Hate Triple H or not, when WWE asks him to, he'll put over a top star when needed. I really didn't have a problem with what he was saying, even though it can be debated. Here's where I got the problem. Hence WrestleMania 22, where he put over John Cena, someone he didn't see to be all that remarkable. I have a problem with this statement, and guys like Oliver Scott, yes, Oliver, I'm pointing at you, make the statement, and it doesn't make any sense to say so. So I respond with saying that John Cena's already over at this point by defeating the likes of Kurt Angle, JBL, and Chris Jericho. 3 guys who were established. And I know Jared had said or made the incorrect point that he beat Shawn Michaels before he got to Triple H, when it was actually vice versa as far as WrestleManias are concerned. But there was one pay-per-view that year, I believe, where I can't remember which one. I want to say it was Cyber Sunday. I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong. Where he faced both Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels, 2 established guys, and he beat them both. If that's not established, I don't know what the fuck is. But my problem with this guy was that he got something from PW Torch saying, put over. To be put over is to get the pinfall victory. To put someone over is to get pinned. And to compliment someone. Here's my problem with that logic. It doesn't really solidify what putting over means. Because how do you really put somebody over if you make them look bad in the long run? Because, quite frankly, when looking at this argument here, to me it left no real ground to work on as far as, let's just say Triple H goes in there with a guy like, let's say, Chavo Guerrero, as I mentioned in the comments section. He goes after Chavo, they have, let's say, a 3-minute match, and 2 minutes and 50 seconds of it is Triple H just beating the ever-loving tar out of Chavo, with Chavo getting no offense. And then Chavo comes up with a sneak pin or roll-up or whatever and wins the match. Did Triple H put him over? No. He may, in the eyes of the fans, Chavo doesn't look any better. He just came out with a fluke victory. That's what was in the mindset of all the fans with Shelton Benjamin. He lost to Shelton Benjamin 3 times, but they were all due to, like, count out, roll up, disqualification, this, that, and the other. So it doesn't really help him. And then when it's time to actually get a clean victory, Triple H got the clean victory and made Shelton Benjamin look like shit. So I had suggested to this guy to go to YouTube, because YouTube's comment system, just the best. To go into YouTube, which I'm doing right now, or go to Yahoo, I should say, and type in pro wrestling terms put over. And there's a link here from prowrestling.wikia.com. And there's a quote that I wanted to state here, that to put over something, a wrestler, promotion, match, etc., means to make it look good or otherwise encourage the fans to care about it. This can be done in the ring during a promo or through many other kinds of media. One of the most common ways a wrestler can be put over is winning a match. Now, he's going to instantly say, oh, well, there you go. But if you keep reading, for instance, at the next pay-per-view, Kane is putting Chris Jericho over. It means that Chris Jericho will be Kane. It's also possible to put someone over by taking spectacular bumps or selling a move. After Kevin Nash, as Diesel, defeated Bob Backlund for the WWF title, Nash said that Backlund couldn't have put me over any stronger, because Backlund crawled back up the entranceway ramp to sell Nash's powerbomb. To put someone over, let's just take a prime example of two guys, Randy Orton and Zack Ryder. Okay, Randy Orton, main guy of the company. Zack Ryder, we barely see him on television. Okay, how do we get Randy Orton to put over Zack Ryder? Let's just say they have a SmackDown match where they wrestle for about 7 minutes. You give them 7 minutes to go. Throughout that 7 minutes, Zack Ryder puts in good offense, actually looks like he could defeat Randy Orton, and hell, if you even want to get cute, have Randy Orton do an RKO or a punt to the head or whatever he does, and have Zack Ryder kick out of it. Then, have Randy Orton do it again, and they'll get the victory. You still put over Zack Ryder because Zack Ryder's will to keep going was still there, even after receiving Randy Orton's best move. That's putting someone over. Now, for the sake of this argument, he's talking about Triple H and John Cena. Now, my regarding to that is, how can you make John Cena look any better than he already did? Because by the time that he was up against Triple H, John Cena was already looked at as the guy. He was already looked at as the focal point of the company. He was known as one of the players. Okay? Triple H didn't do anything to advance that. He just went in there. The only thing that Triple H could have changed is that he could have buried John Cena. He could have easily went in there and made John Cena look like shit. He didn't. And this has nothing to do with my hatred for Triple H, but this has to do with the fact that Triple H didn't put over John Cena. There's only two talents you could argue that Triple H put over: Batista and Sheamus. And Sheamus is the most questionable, because if you look at his Extreme Rules, Sheamus had to do his finisher 4 times on an already injured Triple H in a 20-minute match. All I'm saying is, just because you read to put someone over is to lose to somebody, you should actually research and realize that there's a bigger definition on the term putting over. See, I don't get this. I don't get where this logic comes from, where people think that Triple H put over John Cena. John Cena was already established. You couldn't have made him look any better than he did. You could have made him look worse, but you couldn't have made him look any better. He was already Superman by that point. He already had the 5 moves of doom. He already beat the likes of Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, JBL, Shawn Michaels. And if you even want to go further back, he had freaking programs with the likes of Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, and Eddie Guerrero, who would later become a main eventer. So John Cena was already put over by a plethora of guys that went in there and made him look good. It's just the way it is. Oh, Big Show. There's another talent that I forgot. Big Show. He was already in programs with them and already made to look strong before even getting to the title. So what did Triple H do to advance? That's what I'm asking. Triple H didn't do anything. And you can't put somebody over that's already over. Because if you really want to get into technical, you're pretty much saying that Sheamus put over Triple H at WrestleMania 26. I mean, come on. How can Sheamus, a guy who was trying to establish his name, put over somebody that's considered the top echelon guys of WWE? Come on. I don't get where this logic comes from. I'll leave the link to my source in the description box, and and I'll put the little paragraph in the description box just for all of you to see where I got my source from. Alright? Learn the term put over, please.